And my mother, too. She never breastfed me. She told me she liked me as a friend.
Some celebrities on Johnny Carson were so naturally funny they turned every appearance into comedy gold.
Are you crazy?
These are the funniest celebrities on Johnny Carson. Rodney Dangerfield, the no-respect king.
I mean, when I was a kid, my house was always crowded, always people around. You know, I come from a big old-fashioned, hard-working, stupid family. That's where I come from.
Rodney's no-respect lines always made the crowd roar with perfect timing.
The next day, I usually wake up in some strange place with a kid with an accent playing with my feet. I tell you, since I'm a kid, I don't get no respect from anyone. Well, last week I donated blood. The family thanked me for saving their dog's life. And my wife, she's no better than the rest of them. I told them when I die, I want to be cremated. She's planning a barbecue.
Johnny said in multiple interviews, "I kept inviting him back because I knew he'd never disappoint." Buddy Hackett, the fearless storyteller. Hackett's famous duck joke stacks punchlines until Johnny is visibly wiped out laughing.
This is an animal story.
I understand that.
With a farmer thrown in.
Okay, got it.
Okay. He says, "What are you doing in my yard?" He said, "I come to get the duck." He said, "That's my duck, not your duck. This is my yard. That duck fell, hit my barn, laying there." He says, "Yes, but that's not your duck. I shot the duck. I've been out hunting for a couple of days." He says, "Give me a break. You know, I'm from the city. You're from the city. However, I'll give you a chance at the duck. We can settle this country style." "Country style?" He says, "Yeah." "How do you settle it country style?" He says, "How? I kick you in the groin, and then you kick me in the groin, and we take turns kicking each other in the groin. Who's ever left keeps the duck." The guy said, "Well, if that's what I gotta do." The farmer says, "I go first," and he hauls off. Whack! And the guy goes, "Ha ha, ha ha, ha." About half hour has passed, and he says to the farmer, "Well, I guess it's my turn." And the farmer says, "You could have the duck."
Carson told friends, "Buddy makes me react like a regular guy, not a host in control." DeLuise, the lovable chaos.
Are you crazy?
Dom's egg trick starts going wrong, but he commits so hard it becomes funnier, precisely because it's failing. Johnny reportedly said, "Dom's joy is so unguarded, it makes the entire studio loosen up with him." Betty White, the calm animal wrangler.
Well, there are certain people you feel have an affinity for.
That's nice. Old broads are the best, don't you think?
No, I didn't say that.
The baby elephant uses its trunk around Johnny, forcing him to react physically while Betty stays relaxed.
No, stay.
Is roughhouse with an elephant.
Sure. Tell her to go to hell.
Carson joked to his staff, "Betty makes me the straight man in a nature sketch I didn't sign up for." Don Rickles, the classic roaster.
This is a beautiful outfit. Billy Bob Jack coming out of Shoot 9. Ride him, Billy Bob. Jewish people, we don't go to rodeos. Really? We just sit at home and go...
Rickles roasts Johnny as a rhinestone cowboy, locking onto one ridiculous label and hammering it relentlessly.
He kept running up and down the hall with his helmet going, "Isn't there a war?" Lonely guy, lonely guy. I'll be off in a minute, Robert. Don't worry.
Johnny told his producers, "Rickles controls the room, and I can only survive by laughing along and firing back." Robin Leach, the Champagne Dreams narrator. Leach shows up speaking like every sentence is the opening narration of a luxury special, with his champagne wishes and caviar dreams tone. His overformal persona becomes the punchline when Johnny treats it like it's ridiculous. Carson's needling works so well because Leach can't stop performing himself. The more Johnny mocks the fancy wording, the more the audience laughs. Leach is iconic because the seriousness never drops, creating perfect contrast with everyday late night. The audience enjoys watching Carson deflate the pretension. Leach's sincerity makes the parody land even harder. Muhammad Ali, the charismatic performer.
Like a ventriloquist. I was wired up for about 4 weeks. It was supposed to be about 5, but I healed faster than an ordinary fellow.
Yeah.
Ali doesn't just answer questions, he performs turning the couch into a mini-show with rhymes and boasts. He riffs on money and fighters going broke, spinning it into confident comedic one-liners that land like punchlines. The crowd reacts to his charisma before the joke even fully arrives, like he's headlining without trying.
For nobody but to know it but me.
Oh, well, I didn't want to be personal. You answer just what you want to answer, so...
Ali pivots instantly, taking a normal prompt and converting it into a memorable line with perfect timing. Carson laughs because Ali's presence naturally takes over the room while still feeling playful. The segment works because the audience watches a legend entertain on pure instinct. Ali's confidence makes every interview feel like an event. Burt Reynolds, the shaving cream fighter. Burt and Johnny end up in a full-on shaving cream fight that turns the set into a prank zone, breaking the talk show format completely. Reynolds had movie star confidence, but never acted precious about it, so he'd happily get childish for a laugh. The physical comedy makes Carson look like he's losing control in the best way. Burt commits to the bit like it's a buddy comedy scene, not a polite interview. The audience loves it because it feels unscripted and slightly dangerous for live TV. Reynolds clearly has as much fun as the crowd, making the chaos contagious. The whipped cream chaos becomes legendary because it's so unexpected. Johnny's suits got destroyed, but he didn't care because the laughs were worth it. Burt's willingness to get messy separated him from uptight movie stars. The fight escalated beyond what producers expected, creating genuine surprise. Carson's laughter during the mess was completely authentic. Reynolds proved that A-list stars could still be playful and fun.
See, once you start squeezing them, this is what...
Oh, yeah.
Very bad.
You stop touching yourself, you won't get
you... Well, you certainly arrived on a wonderful night.
Yes, it was. It was a good night.
The segment showed Carson at his loosest, most willing to abandon format. Burt's energy made Johnny feel like he was hanging with a buddy, not interviewing. The shaving cream war became one of Tonight Show's most replayed moments. Producers learned that Reynolds segments needed extra cleanup time. The friendship between Burt and Johnny was visible in how far they'd push bits. Reynolds returned dozens of times, always ready to create chaos. Carson trusted Burt enough to let him hijack segments completely. The dynamic proved chemistry mattered more than structure. Burt's Tonight Show appearances helped define his lovable troublemaker persona. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the accent comedian.
Can I have this autograph?
You certainly can. We just took your body, and I pasted my head on your body. Even the head looks out of proportion, doesn't it?
Arnold's larger-than-life presence and unmistakable accent added comedy without him even trying to be funny. Even straightforward movie promotion talk turns funny because his confidence is so huge, it feels like a character.
4 or 5 inches on the top. I mean, you can really switch the whole thing around within a short period of time. It's incredible. It's really encouraging to see.
That's fun work to move it around in different places.
Redistribution of wealth.
That's what it is. That's working on the underprivileged.
So glad.
The contrast is perfect because the serious bodybuilder action star shows up, then laughs at himself, and plays along. Arnold leans into the persona rather than fighting it, which makes the audience relax and laugh with him.
Being healthy and all that, and so that's why I wrote this other book now, which is for women, because I felt that there's so many women out there that are out of shape, and I've done seminars, for instance, for the last 4 or 5 years.
Is that for out-of-shape women or for seminars?
No,
Carson enjoys it because Arnold gives him big, easy setups that naturally pop. The humor is basically star power colliding with casual late-night timing. Arnold's mid-'80s and 1990 appearances showcase his willingness to be the joke. His delivery makes ordinary sentences sound epic and absurd. The accent became part of the comedy without Arnold feeling mocked. Carson found ways to highlight Arnold's uniqueness without cruelty. Arnold's self-awareness made him a perfect talk show guest. He understood that playing up the bodybuilder image created laughs. Carson could joke about muscles and accents knowing Arnold would laugh along. The segments worked because Arnold never took himself too seriously. His confidence allowed jokes that would offend less secure stars.
And you really have to be very careful when you promote a book like this, how you promote it.
Right.
And I thought that by promoting it, by taking off my shirt and flexing, would get the wrong message across, because I did not want to show people how to get a Mr. Universe physique.
Arnold's appearances proved action stars could be funny without doing stand-up. The chemistry worked because both men understood the game. Arnold promoted movies while giving Carson easy comedy material. The audience loved watching this Austrian giant charm his way through interviews. Arnold's laugh was infectious, making the whole studio feel lighter. Carson appreciated guests who understood how to play the format. Arnold's willingness to be teased made him a recurring favorite. The segments proved comedy doesn't require perfect English, only perfect timing. Arnold's Tonight Show appearances helped humanize his intimidating image. Carson's comfort with Arnold showed in how freely they joked together. Suzanne Somers, the laid-back storyteller.
The poetry.
Well, I did it for the money, you know.
That's nice and honest. That's nice and honest for a change. No great love, I wanted a buck. Wouldn't that be refreshing if they said, why'd you make this movie? We wanted to make a buck.
Somers tells her discovered story almost immediately, describing how she was discovered 1 week after moving to Hollywood with upbeat, surprised energy.
Well, this girl that I
Oh, don't give me one of those things, Rex, like I don't get around. Rex goes, the klutz. I'll see it.
She mixes bubbly confidence with personal storytelling that feels light, fast, and made for TV. Somers comes off like a sitcom character in real life, and Carson can just nudge the story and let her charm do the rest.
Did you take some spells?
It's really humiliating, too, with the hairpieces, and you come up and they're to the side and you're kind of straight.
It's not classy when you fall off.
It's not. It really is not.
We haven't met, that's true, but
No.
you,
I saw you that day.
yes, you were sitting,
She keeps the tone playful and flirty without it feeling forced, so the couch stays lively. Carson laughs because she's quick, responsive, and clearly comfortable playing to the room. The segment works because she turns her own life into an easy, likable punchline. Somers mastered the art of self-deprecating glamour, making her relatable. Her Three's Company fame gave her instant audience recognition. Carson enjoyed how she could shift from silly to sincere seamlessly. Somers brought energy that matched Carson's preferred pace. Her stories always had natural punchlines, making hosting easy. Carson appreciated guests who understood the talk show rhythm. Somers never overstayed her welcome, keeping segments tight and fun. Her personality made every appearance feel fresh, even when promoting. The audience connected with her girl next door becomes star narrative. Carson's comfort with Somers showed in their easy banter. She proved sitcom stars could transition to talk shows naturally. Somers understood how to give Carson setups without being obvious. Her laugh was genuine, making the whole exchange feel authentic. Carson booked her repeatedly knowing she'd deliver reliable entertainment. Somers represented the perfect talk show guest, professional, but spontaneous. Her appearances proved personality mattered as much as fame. Carson's enjoyment was visible in how he'd lean in during her stories. Somers brought a warmth that made even simple anecdotes engaging. The chemistry worked because both understood entertainment was about connection. Somers' Tonight Show success helped extend her career beyond sitcoms. Ginger Rogers, the elegant wit.
No way, no way, no.
Come on, you're a good dancer. I've been told.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
No, come on. I was getting...
Rogers sits down with classic Hollywood elegance, but the humor comes when she casually undercuts the polished image with sharp, witty asides. The funniest moments are when she tells an old studio-era story and tags it with a perfectly dry line that surprises the audience. She has that "I've seen everything" tone that makes Johnny laugh because it's effortless and honest.
I did not look like that a moment ago, for
Yes,
some
you
reason.
did, too.
You have to have top hat, you have to have white tie and tails, really, to do that. Now, was that from the one you were talking about?
No, that's from.
The crowd responds because it's rare to see a glamorous icon be genuinely funny without trying. Carson leans in like he's listening to a friend, not interviewing a star. With Ginger, the comedy is sophistication mixed with zero need for approval. Rogers brings decades of Hollywood history, making every anecdote feel important. Her timing is impeccable from years of musical comedy performances. Carson appreciates how she can shift from glamorous to funny instantly. Rogers never plays the diva card, instead treating the couch casually. Her stories about Fred Astaire and old Hollywood carry weight. The audience loves hearing insider details from a genuine legend. Rogers delivers punchlines with the same precision she brought to dancing. Carson's questions get better answers than he expects. Rogers proves old Hollywood stars understood comedy timing. Her dry delivery makes even simple observations hilarious. Carson laughs harder because Rogers isn't trying to be funny. The elegance makes the witty asides land even stronger. Rogers demonstrates that class and humor aren't opposites. These celebrities created the perfect comedic chemistry we all remember watching back in the day. Without them, The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson would have never been the same. Which guest do you think was the funniest on Johnny Carson? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. These guests deserve to be remembered.